Hello, people of YouTube. This is Gray's Guitars. I am Steve Gray. Thank you for watching. Do you remember Orangewood, the company that used to sell like really cheap acoustics? It was kind of like a straight from the factory type thing, but then they shipped them here, did like a setup, and then straight from China, I should say. Then it was shipped here to like a warehouse or something where they did a setup, and then they ended up shipping them off to you. A lot of guitar YouTubers got one of these for a review and playthrough. And they sound good. But I would say in terms of a price point, they have widened their range, if you will. They still have some of the cheaper things, but I feel like ultimately they're kind of priced around the same price point as everybody else now. So if you're looking for a great, fantastic deal, not so much. If you're looking for something that's decent and playable, with a, kind of a wide range, there you go. In terms of resale value, these are not the best. I'm going to be honest with you. So if that's something you're worried about, I'm going to pick this up and sell it in 6 months, maybe not so much. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about their new electric range. So kind of out of nowhere, they decided, hey, let's put an electric baritone out there and see if it sticks. So that is pretty interesting because they're kind of a known, acoustic. So you can actually go by price point too, which I do like on their site. So you have the Topanga, which is like $900 plus, the Highland, which is $700 plus, the Melrose, which is kind of middle of the road, $345 plus, Overland $225, and the Playa, which is $135, which I'm curious. There's a mini. Let's see what the Ray is doing here. If it tells me the wood tops here. So Ray, looks like you only have the one choice for this particular one. Let's see. So Grandatorium, layered mahogany back and sides, natural finish. So top is layered spruce. So this is a 100% all laminate acoustic. Typically with an acoustic, I wouldn't cheap out this much, even though this is sold out. It's $125. At the very least, I would like a solid top on my acoustic. I'm assuming all of these are going to be around probably the same construction. So let's see in terms of acoustic or not. Let's try this again. Here we go. Let's see if we go up to the Overland collection. If this is where we are getting into our more solid top construction here. Let's go ahead. So solid mahogany top. There you go. Or you can also do a solid spruce top. So $300 solid spruce top guitar. The back and sides are going to be layered, which is your laminate. Let's see if we go up to the Melrose. Do we have the Echo? We'll see if this is a solid back and sides. Nope. So not the Melrose. We'll try the Highland collection. I'm assuming for $700. I better have solid sides. Yep, solid mahogany. So they have a different price ranges. But while we're here, let's talk about the baritone guitar, which is going to be $700. So this may be out of people's price ranges. Being it's a baritone, not everybody wants a baritone. Not everybody wants P90s, but this might be something that you're looking for, kind of along the lines of a Jazzmaster, maybe a little bit of a Mustang in there as well. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. So Orangewood Guitars introduces the Del Sol Baritone, their first electric guitar, designed in collaboration with the Tritone Guitars, featuring a chambered mahogany body, 27.5-inch baritone scale, and a dual P90 pickups. This unique instrument offers a vintage-style out-of-phase scoop, available in pitch black and sandstone. I like the sandstone better, personally. I've owned several solid black guitars, and I've seen hundreds of thousands, I would guess, over the years, going to different guitar shows and shops of black guitars, and they're nice, but I like something besides black. For $695. Orangewood Guitars introduced the Del Sol Baritone, the brand's first ever electric guitar, designed in collaboration with Josh Forrest, the founder behind the Connecticut-based Tritone Guitars. The new model blends Tritone's signature offset shape aesthetics with Orangewood's missions to make build affordable and performance-ready instruments. I don't know if I would call $700 affordable, but I guess that kind of depends on what your income level is. You can get a pretty solid guitar now for a couple $100. I'm gonna be honest with you. You can get a pretty nice electric guitar for a couple $100. It's not like it was 30 years ago when, you know, it was either gonna be okay or crap, and maybe one out of every 1,000 of the kit guitars that you got out of Walmart was like a delightful guitar. So this release marks major milestone for the brand Orangewood's first electric guitar and first collaboration with an outsider designer since its founding in 2018. So yeah, I mean, they haven't been around a long time, but they've been around since 2018, and they seem to still be kicking. I have noticed, I feel like I see a lot less of them now. You know, there was kind of a big boom, I think, when maybe they first came out, where, you know, they were, as I said, a whole bunch of YouTubers had them. A lot of them had promotion codes, which may still work. You might, if you can find an old video, you might be able to find 10% off, or 20% off an Orangewood acoustic guitar. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if we go to, I want to say, let's go to YouTube real quick, because I think Rob Scallion did one of these. Let's see here. Let's switch over to my actual guitar channel. Orangewood guitars. Let's see if we can find somebody playing one semi-recently. Maybe we'll find an old video here. I know Phil McKnight did one. I'm pretty confident Rob Scallon did one. Orangewood guitars. Let's do Rob Scallon. I'm almost positive he did one. Let's see here. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's do Phil McKnight. Let's see. I know he did an Orangewood. Here we go. 2 years ago. Here's one 2 years ago. And we are going to see here. Scroll down. So 10%, 15% off discount here. Let's see. So no commission. Yeah, I mean, maybe if I look around here, we'll go back to the guitar though. Let's look at the specs here. So baritone, 27.5-inch scale length, tuned to B standard, Ernie ball, baritone slinky strings, chambered offset body, roasted maple neck, C-shaped profile, rosewood fretboard, jumbo frets, Tuscanut, block inlays, dual P90s. We have the stack style controls. That means your volume and your tone controller kind of in the same knob, but they're also separate. Plus a mini toggle phase switch, Grover Roto grip lock vintage tuners, two-pneumatic bridge, stop tailpiece, unique brushed aluminum front control plate. What began? We don't need to read all. We did this. Should I read it? What do you want? Audience? I can't hear you. What began as a cross-coastal collaboration evolved into a bold take, an electric and chambered baritone scale. Guitar that fuses East Coast sensibility with West Coast attitude. We've been a fan of Josh's work for years, said Eddie Park, co-founder of Orangewood. His unique vision and attention to detail made him the ideal partner as we entered the world of electrics. After years of conversation, prototypes, shared obsessions with characters and tones, the Dell Sol Baritone is finally here. It marks a turning point in Orangewood's evolution, a fresh, distinctive kind of guitar that feels like the perfect introduction for those that only know us for our acoustics. After working on the first prototype together, it was immediately obviously that we were onto something really cool. Not only did the guitar look like a Dell Sol I'd built, but I felt that it sounded great too, said Josh Forrest about the product development. We went through a couple of rounds of tweaking the prototypes with the whole collaboration process. Just felt really natural and fun, like it came together exactly how it was meant to. What excites me the most is getting my design into more players' hands, which is something I couldn't make happen on my own. So let's visit Tree Tone Guitars, because I'm not really familiar with that. Let's go to his Dell Sol. Do we get a price point? Oh yeah, that's expensive. So if you go to actual Tree Tone Guitars, which I'm not familiar with, outside of this, been around since 2017. Apparently, they are going to run you $2,500. So I guess this is kind of like the Squire to Fender, if you will. The Orangewood version is going to be. These are probably a lot, this looks like a guy in a shop. That's probably why they're that expensive. It takes them a long time to make stuff. Let's just go over to the Orangewood website. Orangewood Tree Tone. So let's see what we got here. If we can click on something. There it goes. Took a minute to load. But let's see. We'll just click on one of these things out of curious. I just want to look at the specs. So we have body shape is offset chambered. The back and sides are mahogany. Is the top something different? I guess we're gonna roasted maple neck, which is nice. Acrylic white pearl block. Yup, C shape. 21 frets on a baritone. I don't like that. Goto Roto grip locking tuners is nice. 2P90s. 30-way toggle. Truss rod wrench included. Passive. Body wood is mahogany. Okay, so the whole thing is just mahogany. Finished Stantone, fretboard rosewood, 12-inch radius, Gibson, so that's a Gibson radius. Scale is 27.5, nut width 43 millimeters, 2 pneumatic bridge, 1 volume, 1 tone, mini toggle phase switch. Only works when pickup switch is in middle position. Okay, didn't know that. Dual action spoke wheel, dual action truss rods are very nice. 3-ply parchment pickguard, a gig bag included, and yet again, $700, and probably made in China. I think all the Orangewood stuff is. We'll go ahead and look through here. Actually, it's not telling us. Is it made in China? We're getting some close-ups here. Maybe it's not. Let's see if we just click on, let's go into a random acoustic. I'm going to go to the player series real quick. Does it tell me where this is made? You know what? Let's make this quick because we're hitting our time. Where are Orangewood guitars made? China. Okay, there you go. So this is cool. Orangewood's a decent company. As I said, I feel they have gotten more expensive in recent years, but they do still have a cheaper range, which is nice. They've just been kind of adding to their range. Now they have a baritone. In terms of me buying this, would I? No, we'll just leave it there. I would not buy this new. Maybe on the used market. I have seen Orangewood acoustics go for less than half of their new price. On the used market, they do not hold a good resale value. In terms of, is this a good guitar? Are you going to like it? Is it going to sound good? Is it going to play good? Is the setup going to be decent out of the box? From what I've been seeing, yes. So if you're not worried about resale value, you don't care if you sell it, you plan on keeping this, by all means go for it. If you are worried about resale value in the future, maybe you buy it, you don't like it because you can't. These are kind of hard to find in the used market a little bit. Outside of online, you go to a Guitar Center or something, maybe you'll find a random acoustic on the wall because they've been around for a little bit. But this being brand new, I don't think you're going to find this at Guitar Center. So know the return policy, I would say. Learn about it, figure out what you need to do, and then if you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. As I said, I think it's just one of those things where they got some success with a bunch of YouTubers. They started raising the prices, and then they kind of just fell off because of said raising the prices. So do with that information as you will. As I said, they do have a wide variant of range, and in general, their guitars are nice. I just think I don't agree with kind of the price hikes, and that's my biggest grief with them, if you will. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If I've already made this video too long, subscribe, notification bell, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. Until next time, as always, have a good one.